Alright folks, here's most of my kit. I'll show you through some of the features of it after a shameless plug for a hydraulic trunk. At any rate, everything fits back here pretty normally, except obviously it's missing a lot of stuff. Right now it's all kind of loose, but there's the NBT itself, and notice pretty much nothing else is back here except for the amp. This here is going to, there we go. This here is eventually going to have a USB plug on the end of it and will be used for importing music and movies and various things. There's already another cable that goes up into here and up front, which I'll show you later, for the connected drive features. Other than that, it's pretty simple. There's a little Ethernet cable here for coding the NBT. This box here is the actual unit that translates iBus to most bus and vice versa. And then tucked away underneath here I still have my old idrive set up. I'm not even sure why it won't come out, but there it is. So that's the old idrive that is still functioning. It gives me all the features like the folding mirrors and the triple blinkers and the dimming audio when you go into reverse and stuff like that. So all that works. You just don't get any visual stuff like the car data or any of the iPod hookups. And you can't really change anything because there's no interface anymore. So we'll move up to the front. Here's that cable that I mentioned. This is just temporary while I wait for a new cable from BMW. It's a 14-foot cable, so I can run the connected drive all the way up to my center console, and then I can put a new cradle in my armrest for the 5S this time. So go around to the front now. And so there's the massive screen. Still doesn't have a mount for it yet, but it should be in another week or so. And then for now, I have the controller down here. Kind of a crappy spot for it, but as you can see, there's not much room. So I'm going to have to brainstorm on where to put it. So as you can see, it has check control messages that I can accept. And then here's my connected drive cable. So I'll just attempt to plug that into my phone with one hand. Alright, so on the phone, you get an app, connected drive. So now it's connected to my car, and so we can go up to here, and I'll just run through some of the features. There's the main menu. So we can go multimedia. This is CD, DVD, so you can actually play a CD if you want, or in this case, there is a DVD in here. Get some audio. And the audio is stereo, and actually sounds much better than the factory setup did. You can also go to all these features, and then the DVD menu also as well. And it does work while in motion. We've got music collection, so this is music that's on my hard drive. So stuff that I've imported through the USB port in the back. So we can go to music search. These are various things. This is a CD that I actually ripped on to the hard drive. So when you put a CD in the drive in the trunk, it asks you if you want to import it or play it. So I selected import and it imported. And then this is from a USB stick that I actually imported. And so a couple CDs there. And like I mentioned, I think it holds 200 gigabytes. So playlists, additional media, you can put books or podcasts on here. This is next track, previous track. And you can go to external devices. So the first one that's grayed out is the USB slot, which currently doesn't have anything in it. This is the connected drive, which is my phone. This is Bluetooth, so if I wanted to stream audio via Bluetooth, I could do that by syncing a phone. And interestingly, you can sync multiple phones. I've only synced 2 at a time, but there are 4 slots, so I presume that it'll actually pair up to 4 phones at the same time. And an aux input, which I'll never use because it doesn't give you any control through the phone, so it's pretty useless. These are just audio settings here. And you get the radio, which works pretty well. It's got 2 FM antennas, AM antenna. What's neat about the new interfaces is it tells you all the stations that are actually currently in reception. These aren't presets, these are actual good reception stations. Then you can go to manual, and it's just a dial. You can select manually. So, pretty neat. And then because my phone is connected through Connected Drive, my audio apps show up here. So this is web radio through the Connected Drive. So it's just going to load web-related radio stations. And it uses your phone's internet connection, so that's why it's buffering like that. So you can search for all kinds of stations by location, genre, country. So these are the various radio stations in Atlanta, Georgia. Pretty neat. As you can see, there are a lot of them. And then probably the feature I use the most is right here. Oh. Pandora. So this gives you full control over Pandora. As you can see, I can change radio stations, create new stations. These are just all the ones that I've had in the past. You can give thumbs up, thumbs down, bookmark a track, or go to another one. This is a free app, so I can only skip a couple times, but this is pretty neat. And you get music and album cover information. And then phone is pretty much just like our regular stuff. It imports your phone book. It's just a regular TCU basically, but it's all built into the unit now. This one will actually read messages though. So if I'm driving along and receive a text message, then it'll actually show it to me, and if I wanted to, it'll read it out to me, which is pretty cool. It does not allow you to respond, though, but you could do that using hands-free through the microphone anyway. You just have to hit the phone button in order to do that. And going down to nav, you can go into your address book now. You can put your own addresses in here, or you can see where it is. Oh, there it is, yeah. Check my contacts for addresses. So now, any contact I have that actually has an address will be in here. And I'm not sure, I think I got Bav Auto's address here. Oh, guess not. Anyway, I don't know how many actually have addresses, so, but you could just select on it and it would import it into your nav for you, which is pretty cool. Here's the maps. As you can see, I kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. Not many roads around. Oh, it actually does have traffic info. So, I believe it pulls this from the radio data. So, it actually has live traffic on it. I have that in my M3 as well, and it sucks. So, I don't really ever plan on using it. And this is the office for reading messages. If I had a text message, it would show there. My contacts, I can write a note. And then this is the connected drive, showing the apps that I have currently installed and other apps that Connected Drive offers. It has my calendar listed here. So, those are all my calendar info. Wiki info for local area. If you're on Twitter, don't know who does that anymore, but you could. And then Pandora again. The vehicle info is pretty neat. Oh, alright. So it does currently have input for all of the OBD information. Supposedly there's a new update that corrects all of this because it's all in kilometers, despite the fact that I have it set to miles. They've since corrected it, so I just have to update it now. Trip computer. Vehicle status. This stuff doesn't really work just because our cars don't have any of this information. I don't have TPMS. You know, we don't have the electronic dipsticks or any of that information. So, but check control. These are the things that my car currently has. That would be displayed through the cluster. And these are neat. I don't know how accurate they are, but if you're actually driving, these do something. Whether or not they're actually accurate to power levels, I have no idea, but it's a neat display. So that's pretty much it. Here's your settings for customizing things, but most of this stuff doesn't do anything. You can select it and it doesn't work, just because of the fact that our cars don't have the newer clusters or anything like that. But we can display the date and time, language formats. This is where you do your Bluetooth connections. So here's my phone's paired. If I wanted to, I could select over and hit music and stream Bluetooth music. This is another phone that was paired with it.